Senator, thank you very much. Welcome. Let's talk about some of the things that you said in your opening statement. You remarked, as did Senator Feinstein, that you do not believe that this court, the Roberts Court, well, she said it a little bit more indirectly, you were a little more specific about it, that it has been an umpire, a neutral umpire. This, of course, a reference to the way Justice Roberts, in his own confirmation hearing, described himself. Why do you think that the Roberts Court has not been neutral?
Well, I think the Roberts Court has not been neutral because it does not desire to be neutral. For a considerable period of time, the Republican Party has made it a very candid and transparent goal to populate the American judiciary with right-wing judges in order to affect the way the trend of the judiciary was going. They've been quite successful in that regard, and now that the judges that they've wanted are in place, they're doing what was expected. So it is a purposeful effort, I think, to move the judiciary rightward that was signaled quite plainly by the Republicans over many, many years. There's not much mystery to it. They're doing what they told us they would do.
Well, this is what Senator Jeff Sessions, of course, the ranking member on the Republican side, said, just to beat this analogy to death of the umpires and the balls and strikes. Senator Sessions in his opening remarks today. Let's listen.
Such an approach to judging means that the umpire calling the game is not neutral, but instead feels empowered to favor one team over another. Call it empathy, call it prejudice, or call it sympathy, but whatever it is, it's not law. In truth, it's more akin to politics, and politics has no place in the courtroom.
Senator, did the President of the United States, even before he nominated this judge to become a justice, did he put her on the spot, put her on the defensive by using the word empathy? The Republicans have tried to make a great deal out of the word empathy coming from the White House, that this indicates some sort of prejudice.
In fact, Senator Sessions actually used the two words side by side as if they were interchangeable in the clip that you just played. So clearly they're trying to align them that way. I think what we're really about here in this hearing at this point, as Senator Graham said, it's a virtual certainty that she's going to be confirmed. So there's a battle going on to define what the norm is for judging in America. And the Republicans, having succeeded at populating the judiciary with a lot of right-wing judges, are now trying to make them look not like a right-wing extreme, but like the norm, and challenging anybody who varies from that norm. And they're using the word empathy to try to sort of force that issue. And as you know, in my statement, I pushed back pretty hard, because I think the whole purpose of courtrooms, of the judiciary, and our separated powers of government is to be a refuge and a sanctuary where people who aren't getting anywhere else because the legislatures and governors were corrupted or overwhelmed by passing passions or frenzies, they can go to a court and they can get justice. And so I think it's important for a judge to have that kind of empathy, to distance themselves from the passing passions of the moment, from the prevailing power structure, and to make sure that they are following the law. So I see the empathy in the law as closely intertwined in the role that a judge has in our system.
Senator, let me ask you about the wise Latina comment. When you met with her, did you ask her about it, and do you think she's going to be explaining it or putting it in context or walking away from it?
I think so. I think that in the same way that she could say that as a experienced former prosecutor, I may be able to add more value to a decision than people who've never had that experience. I think it's fair to say that as a wise Latina, I may be able to add more value than people who have not had that experience. Not in every case, not every time, but the reason that we have 9 Supreme Court justices, the reason we add judges as the court gets higher up in the system, is because we value more and more the experience that people have had. It's more important. And as Oliver Wendell Holmes said, the life of the law has not been logic, it has been experience. And she brings unique experience, and that will add value. I think that's just a matter of human fact.
Sheldon Whitehouse from the Judiciary Committee, thank you so much.